So on Zwift, there is three ways to improve your performance. You could get stronger, you can get lighter, or you could just upgrade your equipment, not only on Zwift itself, but upgrade your equipment in real life. So I removed the oval chain rings, my 53 39s, and replaced them with a 5540 because there are some sprinters out there that are making me work to stay highly competitive. And that's what I'm after. All right, welcome back. Welcome. For those new to my channel, welcome. For those returning, I appreciate your viewership. Welcome back. This is the Greater London 8 for TTT. Now, as you can see, we got a big squad rolling forward. This week, I have requested to be on a mocha team. Now, for those of you not familiar with the coffee scale, mocha, if you've ever had one, is a sweet, almost non-coffee type of ride. And so that was the outline. Since the team that I'm generally on is a little bit faster paced, I was reminded multiple times that we are going to kind of go at an easy pace, not go out to kill anybody, do our best to stick together. Now, with the box hill, not exactly ideal for sticking together, but that is how TTTs roll. Do your best with what you're given. So, it is a fantastic group of people, and I've got to say that the the team banter in the chat and then the team banter on Discord really made for an excellent ride. Truly felt more like a party bus,
Jake, party bus!
which was a nice step away from the highly competitive, driven, like, no holding back. We're going to take everybody out on the course type of teams that I'm usually on. So this really was a great expression of what a TTT team can be like, especially with a group like this. On a race like this, where I requested to be on a little bit lower pace team. I did it for I had blood work the following morning, and so I didn't want to I didn't want to go to my doctor with having just come off of a really hard ride. I've seen at times that throws off my different numbers, different blood markers. So I wanted to go a little bit easy night before blood work, but still get a good workout in. And I've got to say that I didn't anticipate how absolutely exhausted I would be. So you see, we kind of fly through this team, um, and we're not going slow by any means. Like you see, we're holding roughly around 30-ish or 39, 40 kilometers an hour. Um, even on the little bit of uphill, we're still holding a pretty mean pace. And you know that really is just the group itself. We're riding smooth, riding good. Um, and one of the things that you learn in the military is slow is smooth and smooth is fast. And that's kind of what we exemplified here, that you could be a team where everything is done, not at a rapid pace, not at like, overly complicated, like overly to task, and still get great results. And that's kind of what we're achieving here with riding smooth. I'm doing my best to stay off the front, um, because again, it is you know con- coming from teams where doing 3 watts, like hovering around the mid twos to low 3 watts per kilogram is around my 20-minute powers. So I wanted to give as much time off the front as possible. Again, this is not a team I normally ride with, so I wanted to you know not only do my fair share, but also be an asset to the team, and not not make them work for me per se. I wanted to do the work and just be on the front as much as possible. Um, and that's really just again makes for a great environment. And like I said, the team banter was absolutely fantastic on the radio. I don't express it much on my face, but you can kind of see every now and then I'll smile or chuckle, um, because it's really just a great group of guys, and it in a way takes away from the task at hand when you have a team that knows each other that well, and can just have a good time on the radio, not really you know not really so overly focused on beating everybody on the course, that you can really have a great time. And like I was telling Brian and a couple of guys on here, uh on chat, it's like I forgot how much fun this could be. Being that most of the teams I'm on now are highly competitive, for our category, it really, it really was a great reminder of how fun, um, these TTTs and really being on any team could be. Not that I don't have fun with other teams, the more competitive teams, but this was a good break and a good reminder that at every level, having fun is an opportunity. Uh, and so as we hit Box Hill here, camera angle just so we can see, the team, and that in a way ends up like, I'm holding a decent pace, but I recognize now I was actually going a little bit slower, and so I start to fall behind a bit, and so I have to switch back to third person just to kind of stay with the group. And again, this being a team where the focus was staying together as much as possible, especially with Box Hill. Um, it would have been easy for me to go off the front and really just make a mess of this hill. I'm not a huge fan of Box Hill, but at the same time, I do like it because it is you know, a a good hard climb. And as you saw, I'm on the KDX with the uh, Zwift, whatever wheels those are that we got during the big spin. And so, I'm not, on the most high, the most, my lightest gear, and kind of like the what would be considered the best equipment. So climbing this was it actually hurt a lot. Um, Even though I was going at a moderate pace, for me, I was in pain by the time I got to the top. Partly why I'm editing this video the next morning, because I got off, like I got done, got out of the shower, and I was drained of energy. I couldn't believe how tired I was. And so one thing I got to say here is thank you, Zwift, for removing the animation at the top of Box Hill. And I don't believe it's a coincidence that it happened just after Eric Min did the PRL full. He probably got so sick and tired of seeing that animation that he was like, get rid of it right now. And so as we come over the top of the climb there, which is, again, as a sprinter, I like those short, punchy, hard climbs because it helps me work on my sprint technique and just putting out a lot of power for a short period of time. So as I come down Box Hill, again, just cruising, and I know I've got the team behind me. There's a couple guys that passed me here, and so I do my best to catch up. I saw, Jason up there, and then I think there was one other guy, um, that was just ahead of us. And so I figured, as we get through the tunnels and out of the elevator, here, I might as well catch up with Jason now, being that I switched my chain rings. Going up that elevator was exceptionally hard because I was climbing at like 55, 16 or 55, 14, and maybe not 14, maybe 16, around there. And man, I came almost to a grinding halt at the top. And so as we start to pass here, we do have a couple guys up the road. So I'm pushing it a little bit, but not really, again, my focus was not to go overboard. Um, So my blood work looks clean, but it's Sia across the line in 11th place. Um, and the rest of the guys that haven't crossed yet are cheering us on and, again, talking, getting through, coming through their, uh, finishing up their race, which again, you know, this really was, a fantastic experience. There he goes. Got the blue wheels. Switching back to my normal setup just so I can get a few extra. I see myself at 24.8 kilometers. I'm like, okay, I got to get the last couple hundred meters in. And so I start to roll just to get that over with. But like I said, fantastic ride, great group. And I would say that if you've never done a TTT, jump in on one of these Mocha rides. I guarantee it's going to be a fantastic event, no matter what the course is. It's such a great group of guys to be with, or gals, because obviously, it's a wide variety of riders. This just happened to be all guys today. So jump in on one of these and get yourself going so that way you can experience the kind of fun you can have with a group like this. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys on the next race. I do want to find out though why Zwift is ever so slightly inching me over, and then they put me on the sidewalk. Like, of all places to hide me, put me on the sidewalk. So there you go. Take care.
Hey guys, it's Miguel from that thing you just watched. Hope you enjoyed that video, whether it was topic on nutrition or racing or a combination of both. Feel free to come back. I will continue to put out videos like this and continue to showcase what you can do with smart nutritional strategies, combining that with racing, because that is what this channel is all about. And feel free to check in if you want to see more racing. Click on wherever the link's at, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next race.